people. Que pasa, suck, say what they do. The first part of the video is called Long Run Short Catch. And karma has a way to creep up on you when you least expect it. Now there was a wanted man that was wanted for at least 6 takeaway in Jamaica. He was locked up. He escaped from the Popo station in Freeport. This was in October of 2021. Now yesterday, less than 24 hours ago, the Popo, acting on information, carried out an operation in Discovery Bay. Based on the information from the Popo, it is said that the man, and his name is Ainsley Woodbine, OC, aka Shortman, he engaged the Popo in a shootout after the smoke clear. Shortman life was cut short. It was short-lived. Now people, here's the thing. I hope that we don't hear anybody, family members and residents in the area, claim that this man was an innocent man, because people will say that. That is a very disturbing trend. However, the fact that 4 p.m. in the evening, Mr. Woodbine would think that it was a bright idea to confront the Popo. And based on the statistics, based on what we've seen transpiring lately, if we check the notice board, we realize that whenever there's any sorts of back and forth shootout, confrontation between gunman and the Popo, it is usually advantage to the Popo, meaning 1 million to 1 or 1 million to 0. Them always strikeouts. What is even worse is that this man was said to have some sort of Glock pistol with 5 rounds in the magazine. So people, I guess he did not get a chance to expel all of those rounds. However, them knock him out in the first round. So people, at the end of the day, the moral of the story is this. This man have 6 head at least, official on his tally. However, he would lose his life because of the reputation. He would lose his life because of the fact that he was carrying on all sorts of murderous activity, and it basically caught up to him. The thing is that it would have been better if this man had stayed in the Popo station in Freeport, St. James, instead of escaping. He might have had a chance to go to jail, go to courts, get convicted, get a couple of life sentences. At least he would have been alive. However, people, sometimes that is a choice that people make. And if they make unwise choices, it usually ends up in unwise results. And people, that is the case in this case, point blank and period. Now before I move to the next part of my video, please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Now people, I don't know what it is for 2022. However, it seems as if Trelawney is jinx. We see a whole bunch of accidents, a whole bunch of persons losing their life. However, people, I am speaking about an incident that occurred at William KNIBB High School. That is the same school that legendary sprinter Usain Bolt attended. Based on the information, it is said that the goalkeeper for the football team, his name is Kamal. He was taken out. I have conflicting stories. First, I heard that he was in some sort of physical altercation with one person. Then I heard that he was ganged up on by 3 other students. He was juk up with some sorts of kitchen utensil. People, I have the video of him on the ground and they're trying to save him. However, people, too late was the call. Now people, when we think about the fact that a parent sends her child to school to learn, she did not send him to any sorts of dance hall. She did not send him to any sorts of place where he should be in any sorts of imminent danger. However, people, what it seems as if a lot of these youths, they are coming from some sorts of dysfunctional home, there is no sort of parental guidance. Because first thing first, where did a student or where did these students get any sort of utensil, a knife for juk up this other student? Were they at some sort of cafeteria? And it does not even matter. The fact is that a next student that went to school to learn would actually juk up a next student that actually went to school to learn, or three other students, whatever the case is. It does not justify or make it any better. Now people, the next thing is this. When you think about the fact that this youth is a student athlete, this youth is a goalkeeper, gone are the days when there's any sort of respect for anybody, especially somebody that represents the school. And what is even worse is the fact of, based on the information that I got, that there was some sort of argument, some sort of verbal turn to physical altercation because of some sort of ring. Now people, what this shows you is that people don't respect other person's stuff. So therefore, whether the ring belongs to the goalkeeper and somebody take it, or whether the goalkeeper have somebody ring and the people them want them ring, people, I don't know the specifics. Either way, it did not justify anybody losing their life. However, the point that I am trying to make is that if you have a ring, you as a student have a ring, that ring belongs to you. Unless you gave this ring to somebody and then you want it back, then that might be problematic. However, that should have been easily established who the ring belongs to. Nobody is supposed to be fighting over their property. Nobody else is supposed to fight somebody for their property. Nobody is supposed to take anybody's property, and when that person wants that property. And people, what might be even more disturbing, sometimes it is because of some sort of misunderstanding. Somebody say, him take it or she take it. And the fact is that that person might not have taken any sort of ring. However, people, the biggest point and the moral to all the story is that it seems as if persons don't find any sort of amicable solution to anything. It is always resorting to violence. And people, this is yet an next perfect example. Point blank and period. So people, just imagine how the other students are traumatized. Just imagine how the parents, the mother, the father, loved ones, family, whatever you want to call it, feels about an incident like this. When we hear, say, a student or a few students take away an ex-popular student, people, it makes absolutely no sorts of sense. And this, once again, proves that Jamaica gone to the dogs. Point blank and period. Now, people, have you ever noticed that it seems as if the Coke family, meaning Dodos, Lester, Bamati, they are always on the list of person of interest or suspect in all sorts of BS that is all over Jamaica. Now people, the other day there was a shootout right in front of the Denham Town Power station. 5 persons got conned up. All persons were rushed to the place of recovery. When that incident occurred, the Popo put out a person of interest list, and they said that, listen, these individuals, they need to report to the Popo station no later than 12 noon today. By the time you hear this video, it might be afternoon, so therefore, who not show up, dog are going to eat them supper. So people, I am going to let you take a listen, take a look to the list in which the Popo said that are wanted. First man, a man known as Kyle, a man known as Rico, Tafari Anderson, otherwise called Kirk, Amani McCallum, otherwise called Bling Dog or Dante, Kirk Roberts, otherwise OC called Carter, Lancaster Coke, otherwise called Bamati, Michael Coke Jr. alias Titiman. The list goes on. A man known only as Kemar, a man known only as Quinty, a man known only as Marvin. I think those are at least 10 or 11 people. Now people, like me say, these men are wanted based on a gang feud that is in the Denham Town area. And it is said that that was the reason, the motivational factor in which led those 5 persons getting caught up. The Popo put out the list, on the list we see at least 2 of the Coke boys. However, people, we've seen the Coke boys on so many lists. Dodos is gone away for a couple of decades, so therefore he is not on the list because in basically dog eat theme supper. His ghost is cooked as it pertains to the feds. However, we notice that Titiman and Bamati, they are always on all sorts of lists. However, it seems as if they have the best lawyers that money can buy. They have eliminated all their witnesses. All the people that are supposed to testify on them have some sorts of fear. So therefore, they keep getting locked up, keep escaping, keep bucking, beating the case, bucking the system. However, people, like them say, long run, short catch. Sooner or later, we would have thought that the Popo would have been frustrated with their criminal ways and would have did what they are supposed to do. However, people, like them say, a man is innocent until proven guilty. However, in the court of law, in the court of public opinion, it is completely different. In the court of public opinion, we know that these persons are criminal. However, it seems as if the Popo, they are very patient as it pertains to the Cocoa boys. However, people, like we know, all good things or bad things always come to some sort of end. When is going to be the end of these people and people? I don't want to call down any sorts of bad luck on anybody. However, people, it is only inevitable. You live by the GUN, you know the rest. Point blank and period.